How did Championship Sunday go for the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour Redcrest Championship on Lake Guntersville? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name's Steve Chapman. Been covering bass fishing for a whole lot of years. And I'd like to say congratulations, Dustin Cannell, for winning the third Redcrest of your young career. Congratulations. Well, a big ass check, a big ass trophy was delivered to the three-time champion, Dustin Cannell. So congratulations to Dustin. It was an absolutely fabulous fishing 4 days for the Redcrest. I think in most cases, if you were a big fan of fishing, you really enjoyed everything that the Redcrest stood for. And it was 10 anglers competing for $300,000 and a piece of history. Sunday's weather was horrible. They got a late start, but they ended up fishing the rest of the time. And the weights were zeroed. And that's one of the things I'm not sure I'm 100% behind yet. I think my brain is still so used to 5 fish over 3 or 4 days, and whoever has the most weight wins. I'm not sure if I just am not willing or open to change. I'm not sure that the knockout round and the championship round, they should be zeroed each time. I think it should be a collective weight over those 2 days, because I think on the knockout round, there were anglers that stopped fishing and started doing some pre-fishing for the next day. And I don't know if that adds drama to the Redcrest or to the Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour tournaments. Having said that, I still think they have the best format. I still think they have the best production. I think they are just knocking it out of the park this year. I think there's very few flaws in the whole thing for Major League Fishing right now. For me, I'd rather see the knockout round and the championship round, the weights combine. And then if you win the knockout round, maybe you win an extra $10,000 or $20,000. So it gives the anglers incentive to keep fishing and to try to win that knockout round. And those 10 weights would then carry on to Championship Sunday. And I don't know if it would help or hurt, but in this year, even though Dustin just absolutely crushed it, if you would have said Dustin was going to win after day 1 or 2, or even after the knockout round, even though I thought he was going to win after the knockout round, I think you might not have put your money down on Dustin. However, Dustin had the perfect spot to go fish. And those anglers, that angler who wins the qualifying rounds and gets that automatic bid to the championship round, there seems to be like someone out there with a doll with pins in it. I don't even know, a voodoo doll. It seems like that angler who gets that automatic bid just they don't win. And that kind of stinks. So I'm not sure about that too. But again, I think Major League Fishing they're just really ahead of the game right now. They're really ahead of the game. And I was told by numerous people that if you were able to attend the expo, it was packed. Now the Classic is always packed. The Classic is, no offense to Major League Fishing, the Classic is the biggest event of the whole year for everybody. And for years, the expo has never done really well. They get a good crowd in, but not packed. And Guntersville really packed it in, I was told. I was told by several people, maybe 10 people that attended, that were vendors and that were working the booths, that the expo was insane this year. So congratulations to Major League Fishing. They probably picked the right place to put it. That's the other thing. Where they fish, and that really has an influence on how many people come in. And with the weather being a little iffy a lot of times too, there were a lot of people that went to the expo. So congratulations to Major League Fishing. Now, Dustin Cannell won it. You could say he won it after the first period. He picked the perfect place where fish were continually cycling in and looking for forage fish or baits to eat. His game plan was as good as any I've ever seen in my 20 years of covering this hobby. And he just crushed it in period one. He just crushed it in the rain. It was unbelievable to watch. He did everything right. So I have to say again, congratulations, Dustin. You really deserve to be a 3-time Redcrest champion. He just ran away with the whole tournament. Second place was Wesley Strader, who gave it a fight. Wesley had a great day of fishing. Great day of fishing. At one point in time, he was not too far behind, but still making it very competitive. Wesley had a fantastic tournament. So did Zach Burge, especially after getting a penalty on that first day of the first period. Zach was, without question, really on top of fishing. I really believe Zach is one of the best anglers out there. Fourth was Paul Marks Jr., fifth was Jake Lawrence, sixth was Chris Lane, seventh was Brent Ayler, eighth was David Dudley, ninth was Ron Nelson, and Bobby Lane finished out the top 10. So congratulations to all those guys for making the championship round. Nothing to sneeze at. You probably got a good check, and you guys did fantastic. And we're going to give a couple criticisms, well, really one. I think that the only problem I had with Sunday was because it was raining and the guys had their jackets on that don't even say their name, it was really hard to know who we were watching. I would like to see the angler's name on the bottom third or wherever, somewhere down here or over here or wherever, so that we know who the angler is that we're watching or that we're listening to. At the same time, one of the things that I think goes unnoticed is that when the tournament's over, we know who's won. And I know we love the weigh-in and all that other stuff, but when it's done, there is no weigh-in production. We know the winner. And in most cases, like in the Classic, we knew Fothergill had won. It was done and done. And I think that knowing that they catch, weigh, and release, and we know exactly who that winner is, I think it adds, I don't know if it adds any drama, but it's good to go, at 4:30, we're done. We know who's the winner. We don't have to wait another 3.5, 4 hours to find out who it is. And I think there's something to be said about that. But again, I thought Major League Fishing crushed it. I really do. I really did. I think the whole season has been as good as it can get. And I'm not saying about the drama, I'm just talking about the overall tournament. I think Chad and JT are fantastic. I think that the production quality is just over the top, other than I wish they'd have maybe a bottom third for the angler's name or something. But overall, Major League Fishing, you're just destroying it. In all honesty, you're destroying it. And I appreciate it as a fan. Really, I really appreciate it as a fan. But what did you think? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks for hitting that like and subscribe button. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who comments and is part of this channel. If you hit that like and subscribe or you leave a comment, you are part of this channel. I want you to know that. I'm so humbled and really respect everybody. But you guys are really amazing, so thank you. But if you haven't hit that subscribe button, you're one of those 70-some% that watch the channel but don't subscribe. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe and become part of the team and family. Remember, take a kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.